Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Just a short little video here inviting anybody that wants to come to ATV Run. We will leave Keswick Landing in the mouth of Keswick at approximately 10 o'clock on October 22nd, and we will go for a little run. Maybe a bit late on the foliage, but there may be still some left. Just been extremely busy with a whole bunch of stuff going on. We've had a wedding and things like that, and with work I've been busy. On October 22nd, mark it in your calendars, we'll go for a ride. We'll meet at the Keswick Landing at 10 o'clock on October 22nd, and we'll do a trip down Trail 16. If you want to look on Quad NB, you'll see where Trail 16 is, and we will take you for an adventure. Hope you guys can come, and have a great day, and happy Thanksgiving. Hey everyone, thank you for watching and tuning in. This is the last video of grading for this year, and it has been an adventure. So in total I did 42 kilometers of trail this year, and that is 6 passes. Well, this day is not without its issues. Anyway, I hope you enjoy some grading videos. Certainly enjoy doing the trails for the club, and I enjoy the challenge of making the trails smooth for our members. Well, unfortunately, I was trying a new mic system and it doesn't work, but here I'm explaining the first breakdown of the day. I actually ripped the ball off the blade, hit a rock, and I haven't even started my my grading yet. I'm at the mill road where I plan on doing the section of trail. I'm waiting for a couple dump trucks to come in. Here I'm showing a bulge that's in my front tire. Going to need to replace that. This section here has been done. I just did a light grading as I drove up through. I'm approximately 30 kilometers from home at this point, and it took me about 2.5 hours to get here. Well, I'm starting the new section that I haven't done yet, and lo and behold, I find a rock. You can see here in slow motion, I fetch the rock up right here, tweaks the grader, and snaps off that tang. Took me a second to figure out what was going on, because I constantly adjust the blade as I work. And anyway, I noticed it won't lift after I hit that rock, so I'm like, oh crap, what's going on? Well, trying to think what I'm going to do. I'm 30 kilometers from home. I have just begun the section of trail that I want to grade. I'm about an hour and a half from Millville. There's very sketchy cell service. and I'm trying to think who I know in Millville that might have a welder. So in the next few minutes, I make some phone calls once I find some reception when I go down the trail, and I do come up with a plan. So I find a crank strap in my basket here, and I crank it up the best I can. And I even thought about, and I tried for a little bit, as you'll see, once I put the crank strap on, thinking, well, maybe I can grade with this strap. But I give up. When I find some self-service, I've called a couple of buddies, and they made a couple of suggestions, and I ended up going and finding a place to get it welded. Well, I try to carry a little bit of stuff with me in case of breakdowns. Earlier I showed you the ball that I broke. Well, I had an extra receiver with a ball on it that I was able to put in the receiver connection, and I was still able to keep going even though the ball was broke. I had the second one. And you might think, oh, a lot of breakdowns. Well, this is the second year I've graded, and I do 6 passes. It's 42 kilometers of trail, so that's like 600 kilometers of grading. And this section here has a lot of rocks in it, so it certainly does abuse the grader. So I'm still very impressed with how the grader works, and I don't normally have a lot of breakdowns. This year I had a few, but nothing crazy. Well, after a few phone calls and discussion with a couple of guys I know, they recommended this gentleman. He's a contractor, and I got to his place, and he was gracious enough to let me weld her up again. He had a stick welder. I haven't stick welded for quite a few years, so not that I'm a great welder anyway, but I did get some welding done, got it put back together. I didn't think there was quite enough heat in the welder, but we got her fixed. Now I'm heading back to the trailhead, and it's a gorgeous day. It's probably about a half-hour ride. This tractor does a total of 15 kilometers an hour, and so she's no speed demon, so it takes time to get to places. But certainly appreciated Larry letting me use his welder, and we're going to get back at the trail. Now it puts me at the opposite end that I want to be on, so it's going to make it another trip through the trail to get the 4 runs. So I'm on the odd end. So here I am at the start of the trail, and it's approximately 7.5, 8 kilometers stretch that I'm doing, and I've got 10 load of gravel today from the contractor that's hauling this gravel. So let us see how we make out. I'll give you a shot of the trail. The camera doesn't make it look as rough as what it actually is, but by the end of the day we will certainly get her smoothed up a lot compared to what it is right now. It is in pretty rough shape, but we will get her.
This morning I miss you. I feel it in every part of my bones. Something hit me when I opened my eyes. I was feeling so empty inside. New York looks different without you. I find that all that I want to do is close my eyes, breathe and try to feel close to you. New York looks different without you. I've been walking around thinking about this distance and how I am missing, but I feel so close to you. just a minute to be doing nothing. New York looks different without you. I find that all that I want to do is close my eyes, breathe, try to feel close to you. New York looks different without you. I've been walking around thinking about this distance and how I am missing, but I feel so close to you. Without you. This morning I miss you. I feel it in every part of my bones.
As you can see, just a couple of swipes and it certainly makes a difference on the trail. Up ahead here you can see a load of gravel that the dump truck has dropped, and we put the gravel in areas where there was huge potholes that were unable to be filled just by the grading. I'm limited to how much material I can grab, and some of these big holes are just, I'm not unable to fill them. So this year we've put 23 load of gravel on the trail system, and it certainly improved some areas where there was water laying and smoothed out the trail. So it's awesome that the executive members of the club are interested in putting the time and effort into getting our trails smooth and safe. Well, it's starting to get dark. I'm almost at the end of the trail again, the section I'm doing. I left this morning at 6 o'clock and it's almost 7 now. And actually, I don't get home until 11 tonight. When I get to the end of this section, I realize my front tire, the one that had the bulge in it, is flat and off the rim. So I had to drive home 30 kilometers with a flat tire. And once I got on the other side of the trail where I skimmed, which I had to skim again, I broke the grader again. I didn't think there was enough heat in the weld. But anyway, I got home about 11 o'clock and I made her safe. Can't say the tire was in too great a shape, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series of grading, and we'll get back to our regular scheduled ATV running, and maybe the first video will be the trip on October 22nd. Again, we will meet at the Keswick Landing on the corner of Route 104 and 105. I will get a better address and put it in the description. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.